There are many ways to make your road race bike faster. Some give massive gains, some very marginal. But one of the best upgrades are always the tyres, and with that in mind, Pirelli have launched a brand new P Zero Race SL-R tyres. The big feature of the tyres is a sidewall, shaped to be more aerodynamic than a regular tyre, something I've never seen before on a road tyre, but just one of many changes and improvements on the new tyres. I've been a big fan of Pirelli tyres over the past few years. They really have come on leaps and bounds, and the previous flagship, the Race RS, was an excellent tyre, compared well to Vittoria and Continental, but these brand new tyres are their most ambitious yet. I spent hundreds of miles testing the brand new tyres over the past 4 to 5 weeks on different bikes and different wheels. Currently on these new Vision Metron RS60 wheels. I've raced them, I've used them in chain gang, used them for 100-mile social rides, and been in the rain and the dry to really test the tyres for performance, so speed, roll resistance, and also grip in a range of conditions, comfort as well, and also durability and longevity. So plenty to talk about. Let's dive in and start with the headline details on what's new and what they're claiming for the brand new tyres. Perhaps the biggest difference is the visual difference, which you can see is in the sidewalls. They have an Aero shaped sidewall, something I've never seen before on a road bike tyre. And to go back to the old Race RS for comparison, you can see from the side that sort of light bulb effect. You have the tyre, which is rounded, then goes into the rim and flows out around the rim. But the main idea behind the new tyres was to smooth that light bulb effect. You can see the difference there. Essentially adding more rubber material to a sidewall to give a very flush, seamless fit with the rim. So we don't have that light bulb effect anymore. It's now straight down. That gives a better aero profile, so the air flows over that tyre and rim interface much more smoothly and with less drag. Pirelli claims the redesigned sidewalls keep airflow attached to the tyre for longer, saving an average of around 5 watts in crosswinds and up to 15 watts in certain wind tunnel scenarios. Those are eye-catching figures for sure, but it's worth remembering the testing was carried out at 45 km/h in controlled conditions, closer to World Tour speeds than what most amateur riders would typically see. I also carried out some simple back-to-back rolling tests against the Conti GP5000s and the previous P Zero Race RS. Looking purely at my parameter data, any differences were essentially impossible to distinguish from the normal margin of error. Independent testing by Tour Magazine found the SL-R to be one of the most aero tyres available, performing on a similar level to a Continental Aero 111. Pirelli has also removed the tread pattern as well. The SL-R is now completely slick, with a very subtle micro-textured surface, which the company says further improves airflow while maintaining grip. The new Aero sidewalls grab all the attention for obvious reasons and most interesting of marginal gains I've ever seen on a tyre. And only the Mavic strips from many years ago, remember those? Comes close to what we have here. But also important, of course, is rolling resistance, the big talking point in tyres over the last few years, and they claim an improvement of 10%. So to achieve that lower claimed rolling resistance, the casing construction has been modified over the previous flagship tyres. It's a 120 TPI construction with 2 layers on the top and 3 on the side. On the old tyres, there are 3 on the top and 2 on the sides, and that is aimed at achieving a more supple ride quality and a lower rolling resistance to allow a tyre to deform over all the imperfections in the road surface and soak up the energy losses and help you go faster. And independent testing by the Bicycle Rolling Resistance website does back up the improvements of the new tyres, and their testing is fantastic, really good resource. But the usual caveats apply that any testing is on a steel drum. It's not very comparable or relatable to the real world where you have rough tarmac, but gives a useful sort of a grading of different tyres, and they do stack up really well. So in their testing, the tyres are faster than the outgoing Race RS, so big box tick there. It'd be bad news they're slower than their tyres. And roughly on a par with the Continental Grand Prix 5000 TT tyre, the time trial tyre, in the same width of 28mm. So that's a time trial dedicated tyre, not designed for general road riding, and the tyre is as fast as those tyres. And they're faster than a very popular Grand Prix 5000 STR tyre in the same width, but not as fast as the Vittoria Corsa Pro Speed tyres, which are very quick indeed. But where the Pirelli tyres have an advantage is puncture resistance and durability. And in their testing, and backed up by my own testing of riding these for the last 4 to 5 weeks, these have better durability and better puncture resistance as well than the Vittorias, and probably marginally better than the Contis for puncture resistance. And that therefore makes them a better, more versatile road race tyre, as fast as a time trial tyre, and not as fast as one of the best road race tyres, but more durable, longer lasting, and better punch resistance and better grip in the wet and dry too. And today's video is not sponsored by Pirelli, but in fact sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for building a brand new website for any requirement in 2026. If you're a bike shop owner and need a brand new website to sell bikes and products, you can do that on Squarespace very simply. If you run a coaching business and want to sell courses online, you can do that as well. Start a newsletter for keeping people informed about the world of cycling. If you're a photographer, you run a portfolio website, or start blogging, as I did 20 years ago, we have a solution for you on Squarespace. And building a website on Squarespace is simple and quick. You can either choose a template and modify how it looks and functions with an easy drag and drop interface, or choose AI and answer a few simple questions, and a bespoke website is built for you in seconds. And you find out how easy building a brand new website on Squarespace is right now with a special link down below and on screen, and also a discount code of a brand new website or domain name. So head to Squarespace, link down below, and build a brand new website for 2026. Okay, back to the brand new Pirelli tyres and how they ride and perform. So the impression started very well with super easy installation on hookless and hooked rims with a standard track pump, no drama at all. They went up just fine. First time I trying with a regular track pump, as easy as all the Pirelli tyres I've tried over the past few years have been, and how tubeless should be. And yeah, no reason for me to run in tubes at all, but you can run TPU in tubes if you prefer. The Smart Evo rubber compound carries over from the previous generation and continues to offer excellent grip. In both the dry and the wet, the tyres feel predictable and confidence inspiring. One of my biggest tests came during a road race last week, my first in 10 or 11 years. It started raining just before the start, and the roads became completely soaked with standing water everywhere. And despite carrying plenty of speed through the first few corners, the tyres felt incredibly secure and confidence inspiring. I never once questioned the grip at all. That final test in the race, in the wet, and it eventually dried out, gave me the confidence to really give the tyres a very high rating indeed. And I'll be honest, it's hard to discern the difference between the race RS tyres, which were very good, because the differences, the claimed improvements, are so small that trying to detect a few watts of difference between a very good tyre and a very, very good tyre is very hard indeed. But as these tyres impress me, so do these impress me as well. They should feel fast, they feel great in the corners, they have a nice supple ride quality, comfort, even though just a 28 is surprisingly good, and better I think than the Continental Grand Prix 5000, but not quite as smooth and supple as the Vittoria Corsa Pros. So somewhere between the two, but definitely a bit nicer than the Contis, which I don't think are the most supple tyre in my experience, although they are a very popular tyre with many people, as I'm sure you'll let me know down below. The wear rate is really good, and when it comes to punches, well, touch wood, I have not had a single puncher at all, and the roads where I live, as you probably know, if you watch my videos all the time, are pretty badly maintained. So lots of rough tarmac and gravel and dirt on the roads, and yeah, not a single puncher. So not the, I mean, that just tells me I've been lucky, or the tyres do stand up well. I've done less riding on Vittoria Corsa tyres and got more punches. And I've had good experience and bad experience with Conti tyres over the years. And there's no cuts on the tyres anywhere. They're not cuts of treads at all, which you might expect from a lightweight race-focused tyre. It's not a single cut on the tyres at all, which is damn impressive. There are a couple of downsides though. There's only two sizes currently available, 28 and 30, but apparently 32 is coming soon. And also, they're not very lightweight. They claim a weight for a 28 of 275 grams, but on my scales, they're actually 286. So not the lightest option, and there are lighter tyres out there if you're a weight weenie, you care about weight, or you're riding up mountains all day. So not the lightest tyre, because This extra rubber on the sidewall adds extra weight, probably a good 20, 30 grams maybe of extra rubber to get that aero improvement. So yeah, not a weight weenie tyre. However, if you love speed and go fast and you have an aero bike and aero helmet and skin suit and aero socks, then aero tyres clearly is a box to tick and makes a lot of sense if you love going fast and crave all the speed help you can get. And then the other big downside is, unsurprisingly, the price. They are jolly expensive. In the UK, they retail for £100 per tyre, but shopping around, I've seen them for £85 each, so the price is coming down. But you can get the Vittoria Corsa Speed and the Continental Grand Prix 5000 ST-R for much cheaper when you shop around, because they've been around for quite a few years. These are brand new, so I'm sure bigger discounts will come in the future, but right now they are a premium price tyre. But like I said earlier, they're not a tyre for everybody. They're not trying to be a tyre for all people. They are designed for the World Tour athletes and for those people who want the best of the best. They poured all their expertise and experience and countless hours of testing in the wind tunnel and real world testing into these brand new tyres, and yeah, the price reflects that. So yes, expensive, but as always, there are cheaper options in the Pirelli range. Go down the range, there are some really good affordable tyres that offer a lot of the performance of these tyres here, but at a more modest price. So yes, but this is the best of the best. This is the best tyre. This is basically the best tyre like you put on your Ferrari or your McLaren or your Ducati motorbike. So yeah, jolly expensive. So time for my verdict, and the new Pirelli P Zero SL-R is an outstanding race tyre with the most distinctive sidewalls I've ever seen on a bicycle tyre before, but all the claims come at crazy high speeds of 45 kilometers per hour because the pros ride that fast, and this is a tyre designed for the pros, and that is a big caveat to tyres. If you're not riding anywhere near the speeds, is a tyre like this wasted on you? Or if you want the best of the best, are you prepared to pay the handsome price to have the smallest of marginal gains? They definitely look good, and I like the shape of tyre sidewall, and it makes perfect sense to have that smooth profile. Adding to that is the fact they are a durable tyre. The puncture resistance is very good. The grip in the wet and the dry is really good. Installation is a breeze. And if you can afford a tyre like this and want a good race tyre that can perform as an all-round sort of daily riding tyre, not going to wear out too fast, not too fragile, it does work really well, and a good upgrade over a Conti GP5000 ST-R or a Vittoria Corsa. So yeah, very good tyres, but very expensive, and yeah, the most marginal of marginal gains. But this is a pointy end of the performance envelope right here. So that's my review, my quick review of the new tyre. Let me know your thoughts by dropping a comment down below, and I'll put a link to some shops where you can buy it at discounts down below. Affiliate links, I may earn a small fee when you use those links. But this video not sponsored by Pirelli at all. They haven't paid me to review your tyres. Fully independent, unbiased as always. But that is all for today. If you enjoy reviews like this and want to see more product reviews and bike reviews, make sure you are subscribed. Hit that button right there. I'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much for watching.